Right.
Mark, can you hear me? Are you going out now?
Welcome everyone to this week's news and updates. Bear with me one moment. There's nothing like having technical issues right before an event starts.
Oh, that is so true, Mark.
Yes. So, what I'm trying to...
Hang tough with us for just a couple seconds,
Yes.
everyone. We're about to begin.
Okay. I think I'm good. So, hang on. Okay, so yes, welcome to this week's news and updates. I'm Mark, the producer of this weekly event where we bring you the news and updates from across the community called Altspace VR. And this is my other host, the amazing Donna.
So thank you so much, Mark, and welcome everyone. There is always so much to report on here in Altspace, and I hope we get through all of this in 25 minutes that we have left.
Yes, we hope so. The Altspace VR remodel continues. That's it. There we go. The Altspace remodel continues forward, and I have to admit, Donna, that as much dust as is in the air, for the most part, few people are noticing the changes. Well, some people are, and we are here to tell you about a few of them.
So Altspace VR is working on the sound of Altspace, and they're reaching out for your input. This coming Wednesday, the staff is hosting an open feedback session on the sounds of Altspace. What could be more epic in Altspace than the audio experience? For many of us, the ability to detect voices and sounds in the virtual space is fun and adds to the immersive experience. For all of us, the ability to control the volume level of the sounds, that's critical to our personal experience. Now, what kind of sounds would you like to hear? What do you think is currently missing? It will be interesting to hear what Altspace has to say and to hear the feedback from you all. Your input will help Altspace during the remodel phase. Be there Wednesday to have your say.
Yes, and speaking of audio, there have been a few audio glitches usually resolved with re-entering the space, as well as issues with the new native web browser in some events. These were all anticipated, and we were warned that this might happen. Much less annoying than the power being turned off for 6 hours while they redo the electrical in the remodel. And most people are coping fine. The Unity uploader for World Builders has stabilised, and we have some exciting world building news coming up later in the show.
Now, we talked about this last week. The avatars were downgraded to their temporary status about a week ago. Have you noticed the shading around the face and the body? It's nice considering that many thought we would only have boxy, low poly avatars. The dev avatar designers took a Little more care with these placeholder avatars, and we appreciate it. Let's give them some love for that, okay, you guys? They are really working hard for us.
They sure are. And through the remodel, expect changes to the AltSpace VR website and the in-world menus as we get information. We will keep you in the loop with updates, and please, if you have news to report, let us know on our Discord news and update server.
Now, this past week, we had 2 great events for the community to recognize and support both our community helpers and world builders. The Community Volunteer Skill Building Workshop. Give us some claps if you guys were there this week. That workshop started last week with a workshop on how to get started with moderating AltSpace events and activities. Moderating is a great way to give back to the community. Now this week, the community helpers presented a workshop on how to become a community helper. This is an official program offered by AltSpace VR to build leadership skills and recognize long-time, experienced, and invaluable members in our community. This workshop was presented to a full house by our longtime senior community helper, the infamous JW. If you're interested in joining the Community Helper Program, see us after the show or check out the information in the AltSpace VR Discord group.
Yes, and the other event was first regularly scheduled World Talk. The week featured 3 women world builders and took the huge crowd travelling through 6 of the worlds they built to discuss the pros, cons and challenges and motivations of world building. We learned so much about how world building works in AltSpace VR. Smarty Marty, Can666 and Daisy Short all built their world using only an Oculus Go, using the world kits. No programming needed, so honestly it was inspiring and motivating to hear them talk about the purposes of their worlds and the decisions they made in the building process.
Did you guys catch that tour? I was on that tour and it was simply awesome. The next world tour features the worlds of one of our favorite community members, Dawn, the host of a Thing in a Place podcast. This is going to be another fabulous tour. We will move through his various incarnations of Olive Gardens. That's such a great name. Expect to have a great time as we visit all the different versions, including, of course, the brand new Olive Garden in space. How awesome is that? Coming up are tours of event spaces by David58, the Rooftop Crew, Is That Toasted, and so many more world builders. If you are a world builder and would like to join us, please talk to us after the show and we'll put you in touch with Laurel. She's the one coordinating these tours right now with other community helpers and world building volunteers. These are just fabulous events, guys. You don't want to miss them. Now, how much do we love our community? Did you catch that? This is our community. You make this community possible. There is always so much going on. You are welcome to join us in all of our community activities by attending, volunteering, or leading events and activities. There is a place for everyone here, and it doesn't happen unless you guys participate.
Yes, we are helping the team work on a week-long event dedicated to topics on cyberbullying. Hang on a minute, I need my microphone. So, we are helping the team work on the week-long event dedicated to topics on cyberbullying and need more volunteers and leaders. This is a serious issue and we need your help. The News and Update show will feature special sections all month on the subject, and we love your input and help. We have the first one later in the show, so stay tuned. This is a community-wide project and we need everyone.
So much going on this summer. Wow, now it's time for some world building news. As mentioned, the World Tours event is launched and will be every Wednesday. So you want to catch that. Make sure to mark them so you get your calendar invite. This is a great way to celebrate our world builders and introduce newcomers to the incredible creativity here in AltSpace. It is so nice to hang out and explore these worlds. They serve as inspirational works of art. Worlds give you the opportunity to literally create your own vision of reality or non-reality and share it with the world. It's up to you. And you don't have to wait for the world tours. Update your favorites list with some great worlds, head to the campfire, and invite people to visit these worlds with you or encourage them to explore them on their own. It's a great way to meet people and introduce them to one of the great things that AltSpace has to offer us. Speaking of imagination and creativity, the popular Spirit Cave by Proxide is now a featured kit. Have you checked this out? It's a featured kit. That is so awesome. There are glowing egg pods, vibrant pink jellyfish, glowing flowers and rocks. It's so wonderful. Thanks, Proxide, for sharing with everyone. And I have to say, we want more. If you have created a kit of your own, consider sharing it with the community so others may experiment with the assets. I'm looking forward to seeing how people use these in their own worlds. Aren't you? The featured worlds list in World and on the website changed this past week. Mark, do you want to tell us about that?
I'm trying to, I can't get my megaphone. Okay, there we go. So, having some technical difficulty, hardware difficulties, so let's try and get this going. So, featured worlds list in World and on the website changed this week with a new algorithm. Third page will now mix in more of the most popular and beloved worlds combined with some of the worlds created in the past to help jazz things up a bit. Some of the first world created here in AltSpace with the new world editor are still some of our favourites, so it's wonderful to introduce new people to them through the menus. I'm definitely having trouble here. So new exciting things are happening daily here in the AltSpace with new world building tools and techniques. We do our best to report on them here in news and updates as well as in our Discord. So you know you're in the know. So you are in the know about news you can use in AltSpace. Have we inspired you? Check out the World Builder Discord group listed in our lobby, in our Discord and elsewhere in the show. And attend the Tuesday Basic World Building Introduction followed by World Builders Meetup for more advanced beginner to immediate topics, and later in the week the SDK Meetup covering the programming aspects of world building and the new MRE. These are events hosted by AltSpace VR staff, and they are for you, our community, to help you learn more about how this all works. So we are hearing from some people that they are confused about the meetups. If you are new to AltSpace and world building, attend the first event on Tuesday, as that stays basically the same and is an introduction. It's also a good refresher course. But if you are an experienced world builder using the world editor and just starting to experiment with Unity, then attend the world building meetup after the intro session. That is where world builders gather and learn from each other and share tips, tricks, and techniques. If you are using Unity and working with Blender, JavaScript programming, and other scripting and programming, the SDK meetup is where you need to be to learn the latest news, tips, and techniques on world building with Unity in AltSpace. For more information on world building and other AltSpace VR questions, see help developer.altvr.com and developer.altvr.com and join the many Discord groups supporting these endeavors.
Now it's time for some New Worlds highlights. The imagination of our world builders continues to dazzle. If you can find a world that you wish to return to over and over again and share it with your friends, remember to favorite it. That makes it easier to revisit, right? So it adds it to your favorites menu. Here are a few New World highlights for you. So the first, Tree Forge by Ami, is a scavenger hunt encouraging you to look for, get this, 21 waffles hidden among trees and in tree forts. It's great fun and adventure. Grab a friend and do this together. Be careful. Walking across those bridges, one slip and who knows. The Lost City by our wonderful Daisy Shaw is a fascinating world built using Peliful's camera and monitor feature. Based on her initial experiments with her aquarium space using those same tools, she created an enchanting and breathtaking ruins in a jungle surrounded by waterfalls. It's ingenious and so peaceful, right? You can already feel. Now, let's go to Eagle Park by Walla Walla Wasabi. It's a tribute world to the Philadelphia Eagles. That's a football team for those of you who might not follow football. There is a big American football pitch surrounded by ponds and fountains and trees. If you're a fan, you will absolutely love this.
So, one big PC by Mr. Vodlock is an interesting perspective from the size of an ant. You arrive next to a giant keyboard with a monitor, speakers, and a CPU towering over you. It puts things definitely into perspective when it comes to computers. But when it comes to pushing the boundaries of imagination and reality, Mr. Vodlock is one of our favourites. So, VR Land by another favourite world builder here in our space, Alan, is the new event hall for VR Land and VR.tv. I hope I'm saying that right. But a global VR content platform showcasing cinematic VR experiences. It's a beautiful pastel event space, a pink and lavender emerald city of the future. So it's very innovative space, and Alan is the host of Alt UX, user experience meetups on Saturdays. So well done, Alan.
I've actually spent some time in VR, and they have some premium content that is absolutely worth checking out. So make sure to stop by that one. Okay, you guys, don't forget our producer, Mark. He has updated the news and updates by Mark Hub with the various versions of our studio worlds. It's a wonderful tribute, not only to what Mark's done here, but it's a walk through the modern history of world building, from basic world editor assets through to Unity. Make sure to check this out. Remember, you guys, everyone can build their own worlds. Attend world building meetups. Remember, there's no prerequisites, and you can attend as often as you like. You can check out help.altvr.com for more information.
So it's July, and the United States celebrated 4th of July here in Altspace. The biggest party this week was the LGBTQ and Friends 4th of July barbecue. There was plenty of social time and fireworks. Users launched into the sky, including additional firework rockets and one made especially for the Reggie Watts performance earlier this year. As we say every week here, it's hard to be bored in Altspace. There's just so much to do. So let's look at some of the events this coming week.
As mentioned, the community helper skill building workshops were packed and well received, And another is coming up this week to discuss collaborative world building tips, tricks, techniques associated with either working on a world together or for a collaboration project. That's going to be a not to miss event, guys, if you're looking to collaborate with others on building. Okay, another one. The World Tour was amazing and so much fun. People are still talking about the one from last week. This week features John with his franchise fun of Olive Garden restaurants. Then, have you been checking out the Get Social and Virtual Spaces channel? This week, they feature some of the great events every week. So check out Let's Talk About Gender, Search Engine Geek Out, discussing search engine techniques and tips, AI and public data mingle, Block Decentral Crypto and Blockchain Meetup, the future of virtual identities, future of education in VR, when does VR violence get too real, entrepreneur fear of money, and so many more. Check out that channel. There is so much going on. And make sure to subscribe to it so you hear about new events.
Okay, so educators in VR had a very successful first weekly workshop with their immersive classroom exploring a glacial world. This Tuesday is their first Educators in VR 101, an introduction to education in virtual reality, covering the basics you need to know. Tutorials and asking questions related to events, motivation, world building, you name it. She is a fountain of information. And VR Church here in Oxbase was in the news this week discussing the impact of virtual reality and the ability to access church in a realistic way from anywhere in the world. Congratulations on that. The VR Church is so popular here in Oxbase, they hold 3 events each week along with a live stream.
Now the Doctor Who meetup is up Tuesday this week with another episode from the past. We're traveling back to the very first episodes of Doctor Who in 1963. I can tell you that's actually before I was born. That's not often I could say that. These are brought to you through some special technology, so please be there on time to ensure watching it from the beginning to the end of the 20-minute episode. Now, David58 continues to bring us the best from YouTube entertainment. Did you guys catch Gilligan, the rescue movie this past week? So awesome. This week, he is bringing us Toon Time Tuesday with some of the greats from Looney Tunes and the best of Bugs Bunny. How fun will that be? The Thing in a Place podcast is rocking out on Thursday. And so is Laurel. She is back with her Blast from the Past event. This week, it's with the stroll down memory lane with Cher. Oh my gosh, I love Cher. Laurel will take us back to the early television show days of Cher's 50-plus year career. She has been doing her thing for more than 50 years, and she's still rocking it. So check out the list of events on AltSpace VR calendar, find out what's going on. Make sure to mark interested so that you get an email reminder to attend events. And make sure to check back on a regular basis. There are always new events being added. If you're looking for something to do, consider joining an activity or creating your own to bring people together to play games or just socialize. It's such a great way to meet people and have fun. Remember, if you want your event to be mentioned on news and updates, go to our Discord and let us know in the Share Your Event in News channel.
Well, that's all. That's a lot, and for this week's news and
A
updates.
lot.
So, yeah. So you can keep up with Altspace news and updates by subscribing to our event through the channels tab on the altvr.com website. Join us on Discord, and you can watch the live stream of the past news events on YouTube. We are here for you to keep you updated on the news in Altspace, so please tell a friend and share our Discord and YouTube channel so others can keep up with the news in and around Altspace.
Thanks to all of our news update volunteers and moderators that make this event a success. It takes a lot of people. If you would like to volunteer to help us out, we would so love it. We need people to help present, assist with script writing, take pictures, do featured reports, help Philip, as well as moderate. That's a lot of peeps it takes to make this show happen. If you have any interest at all in helping us out, please see us after the show. We do this for you, but we also need your help. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We do this for our Altspace community to help you stay informed and up to date on what's happening here in our community. We will be here next week, same time, same station. See you then and have a great week, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, guys. Hey, baby.